Hey everyone, it's Susie, and I'm going to try to adjust this just a little bit. I can tell I'm going to be out of frame a little here if I don't. I have my little journals done that I was working on. These, of course, are my magazine journals. These two I used the Somerset Life on. This was just a journaling magazine, and then I have a flea market style. So I'm just going to try to run through them real quick. I didn't get as much done this week as I had hoped to, but I did get my journals done, and I got my daughter's little baby journal done. So anyway, I was able to get that. This here, like I said, is just the flea market style magazine. I have stitched, of course, all around the cover. I used some of the linen tape, which is just surgical tape. It's a linen tape. Here, because I didn't like the inside of the cover, I have actually roughed this up somewhat. This is just a page out of the magazine, and then I did stitch on it a little on the side here. I didn't make these as chunky as I did the others. The others I got really chunky on. Now this one I just did not do that. This is some tracing paper in a cream color. I actually found this at Staples. I was at Staples down at the Lake of the Ozark, and I found this on their clearance, and it's just a tracing paper, but it's in a cream color, so I bought it. I have backed all the tags here with the coffee dyed paper so that that'll be journaling. I did cut some of the headers out of the magazine. This is colorfully coordinated. And then, of course, this is just a piece of paper. It's kind of an off-white, and I have coffee-dyed and not coffee-dyed paper in these journals. So it just has a mixture of both. Here's just a pretty little picture there. Here, I've just made a pocket and added this little title here. Of course, these I have backed on the coffee-dyed paper. Kind of a pretty image, and then of course stitched around it. Add a little crocheted lace there, and it just sits in the pocket. Of course, here's a piece of coffee dyed. But like I said, I've just mixed them. Here's just a pretty page out of the magazine. Here I have added a Tim Holtz clip and just another little pretty vintage basket there. And of course put some more of that tracing paper and ruffled it up. This has some ledger paper in it. I did put ledger paper in these. Here's some of that tracing paper in that cream color. It's really pretty. I hadn't seen tracing paper in the cream color, so that was kind of new to me. Here I've backed this in some ledger paper. And another pretty image. Here is another pretty picture there from the magazine with some more ruffled tracing paper, and it has some ledger paper there. And of course a pretty picture from the magazine. Some more of the ruffled tracing paper. Here is the center, which is an old suitcase. And it's just really pretty. I thought that was pretty for the center. And then here is another just really pretty little image. Backed in the coffee dyed paper. Here I've just added that binding, that word binding, and just kind of put it on there for some interest. Another, this one here is a lamp that I thought was really pretty on a suitcase. With some books. Backed it in the paper for journaling there. I guess I should put that way. And then here's just a really pretty image. Another little image clipped on there. I've got the ledger paper for the backing on that one. Some more of that tracing paper. This is a really pretty image here. Okay, and then another, all these, like I said, are backed in the paper so that you can journal. There's just another little image here backed in the coffee dyed paper. Here is a pocket. I've got it kind of with today and then some of that tracing paper. And here is just a little stitched around tag. It's got one of these pretty little lamp covers with the fabric hanging down. I thought that was really pretty. And then here is another little image there. Okay, and this is the back, and I've done the same thing. I've just kind of roughed these up around the edges here, and then took and stitched some there. Anyway, this is the flea market style one. I am going to have these listed, of course, on my blog for sale, so if anybody's interested. Here is the journaling magazine, and I did the same thing on this. I have just added a piece of the page here to cover up there. It was just advertisements, so I covered it up. And then I just have bits and pieces in this one, just kind of, this is a good place for journaling. I thought that was kind of neat. That came on the page. Here's a little tuck spot. I didn't put anything in that, but it is a tuck spot. Here's a little half page. I have kind of stitched on these half pages. Of course, all the back of the tags are lined so that you can journal on them. It's a pretty little image there. And in the journaling magazine, they did have a lot of really nice images. It was Beatlemania, and it had these little beetles in here. Isn't that cute? And then here is a pocket. And this one here, I did not put anything except for right here for journaling because I liked the picture so well in the middle. I didn't want to cover it over, so. But I did put a journaling spot there on the back. Here is the center. And then more of those beetles. Here's another little, I'm not going to take it off, but just another little tag. Here is another pocket, and this time I have just simply added a little journaling book there. Some more of the beetles. Another little part of the page there. This one here is folded, and it is togetherness, and then the back is lined for journaling. Little Tim Holtz clip there. And then another little partial page. Great place for journaling right here. I love that because that's just the way the page was. Another piece of that for journaling. And here. And then another part of that partial page. And then here is the back. I've just kind of roughed it around the edges and stuff. Anyway, and that is the little journaling journal. Then I have, of course, the Somerset Life here. This one here is just really pretty. This, I believe, was about planners. This particular magazine was. Pretty Planners, yeah. And it was a great magazine. It had a lot of really good little articles on the planners. This one here, I just added Pin to Perfection, and this is just part of the, oops, that's got some glue. I'll have to clean that up. This is just part of that cover. Here is a little image here with the spin stitched around and lined on the back. Pretty image there. And then here is a pocket. I have one of those little journaling books here. Just some of the scrap papers that were cut off. Here is a really pretty basket with some roses in it, and it's been lined. And they all have the coffee dyed and the plain paper in them. I have mixed these papers. Here's just a little rose that was really pretty. A little vintage fabric rose there. This is really pretty. And then here is a pocket, which I didn't put anything in that. I will have to put something in that. Here's ledger paper. Here's another little tuck spot with just a flower, vintage looking photo there. And here is the center, which is a really pretty image here. An old chair with some old cloth laid over it for a blanket. Really pretty. Oops, this has a little bit of glue there. Like I said, this one was all about the planners. So letters, that's a really pretty image there. And here's another little rose and in a vase there that's really pretty. Looks kind of vintagey. Another little really pretty flower image there. Goes in the pocket. Some more of that tracing paper. Here's another little, these are washi tapes. I thought was just really pretty. And then it's just lined on the back with some ledger paper. Here's another little booklet. This one here has a couple of pockets in it. And I will probably just put one of those little books in there or something. I'll put something in that pocket that was missing. That wasn't missing something. And then here is the back, which is just some paper here that I have attached with that pretty little planner piece on it. Okay, and that's that one. And then this is my other Somerset one. This here had some books on it. The Secret of Happiness. Do-it-yourself flower sack tutorial was in this one. I don't think I've ever bought a Somerset magazine that I didn't like something in it. It seems like they always have something nice. And then this here I've just added a page from the book in the cover. This here is just some embellishments for a planner. Fast fill-ins for your planner was the header there, so I just placed it there. Pretty image there. That's really pretty there. And then some more of that tracing paper. I tried to use all my bits and scraps there. And there's just a little booklet I've made to set in there. There's some old books. That's a really pretty image. Here's another little another little line. And this one I lined in some of that craft paper, so. This one had some adorable shoes that I thought was absolutely gorgeous. They had decorated Book of Days. This is just another one of the image. Here is a nice little, just a little journaling spot. I've kind of just stitched around a header off one of the titles there. And I put my pocket upside down to feed in from the top on this one just to be a little different. Here's the center. And then here's the other part of that, which is a really pretty image. It actually goes that way. And it opens. So it's just a pretty image there. I don't know where I got all this glue from. But anyway. And then here's another little, it's lined with some of the coffee stained paper. More of them shoes. That is so pretty, those baby shoes. And then here is some washi tape. I cut out and made it a tuck spot for a tag. Another little booklet there. Okay, and then here is another little tag that's been lined on the back, and then here's the back cover. But anyway, these are the I only got 4 out of the 5 I think that I had to do. So anyway, but these are my little magazine journals, and like I said, I'm going to have them listed on my blog, so if anybody's interested. Thank you so much.